You're watching Spooky Noodles channel. Subscribe or be my victim.
Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another book review. Today we are here to talk about, well, Rowland Bercy Jr.'s book, Unbortion. And if you saw the little clip I showed before, yes, there's a warning on this video. Very, very sick stuff. So if you can't stomach something with a title like that, then I'd suggest to you to look away. So without further ado, let's just jump into this review. So here we go. So I'm going to first read the synopsis, which I didn't pull up. My bad. And then I will read my review. Very short synopsis. Very medium review. Medium-sized review. I have some things to say about this book, but let's go and read the synopsis first. So here we go. It was alive, confused, and pissed. It could not understand why it was violently separated from its host and left to rot. Following an undeniable call to pursue the one who abandoned it and seek revenge, the quest for retribution had begun, and nothing or no one would stand in the way. So, that is the review, or no, I mean, wouldn't that be something? I just read the synopsis and that's the end of the review. Now we will go on to my personal review that I put on Goodreads and Amazon. So, and I think it might also be on Godless, so I might want to go and check, and if it's on there, then I'll probably put my review on there as well. I just spontaneously thought about that, so that's pretty awesome that I'm thinking today. Didn't really get a lot done. Sent a lot of rejection letters, but that's here nor there. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Rowland Bercy Jr.'s book. So here we go. That was disturbing. That was my initial reaction upon finishing Unbortion by Rowland Bercy Jr., which left me in total shock. The twists and turns this book had to offer were absolutely ridiculous, yet effective. Sure, you could see the turns coming from a mile away, but just because you can see something doesn't mean you're prepared to face them when they arrive. That was what happened to me. I knew what was going to happen from the get-go, yet I'm still left absolutely horrified. And the ending had me thoroughly disturbed. Goosebumps, my people. Goosebumps. I have only one nitpick, and it really isn't a strike against the book at all. I just would have liked just a tad bit more when it came to getting to know the characters. Don't get me wrong, this story is plump with disturbing visuals, but I would have liked to get to know the leading female role, that isn't a baby, if the baby is a girl, which I wonder, a little more, but that's here nor there. Overall, I give this body horror creature feature 4 puke buckets. Amazing job, Rowland. You actually managed to creep me out. I was going to say disturb me, but then I realized I didn't write that, so managed to creep me out. So, yes, this book thoroughly creeped me out. I don't know if I'm going to want children after this. Just kidding. Yeah, this book really terrified me. It kind of struck on something I believe in, but now I'm like, this book disturbs me. But, you know what? I don't care if there's a weird message behind this story. I don't think there is one, but if there's a weird message trying to just like deter you from abortion or something like that, well, I'm not going to change my ways, obviously, but like this book really did disturb me though. Thinking about, well, just read the book. This book was a disturbing one, and I put a warning on this video, which I never really do. I think I've done it a few times, but I rarely do it anymore. So, yeah. This is my second taste of, that's gonna sound so weird, second taste of Rowland Bercy Jr., and I don't mean in that way. I mean in the way where I've read 2 books by him, and I am impressed. I am very depressed, or not depressed, I am very depressed, no. I am very impressed with his writing. His visuals are just very disturbing. It's very disturbing stuff. you have to be able to have a strong stomach, and not a lot of people do, so I can see a lot of people probably hating this book, but actually, I'm looking here, and it looks like it has good ratings. It has 96 ratings, 65 reviews, and a 4.15 on Goodreads. So I'm thinking this book is doing pretty good for itself. But I could see why people would not want to read this or would be deterred by it. I get it, but I seek this type of stuff out, so this doesn't really bother me too much. But it did bother me. It's hard to talk about this, man. But it's a really touchy subject, and I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but okay, abortion. Let's just throw this out there. I believe in it. But that's what kind of creeped me out a lot about this story, because it makes me kind of have second thoughts a little bit. But I'm not gonna change my ways, obviously, because of well, sometimes I will change my ways if a book has a good point. But where am I going with this? I don't know. Let's just rewind. Let's rewind the record and re-listen to what I wanted to say, or re-say what I wanted to say, or, man, I cannot talk right now. Basically what I'm trying to say, if you like The Slob by Aaron Beauregard, definitely check out Unbortion by Rowland Bercy Jr. If you like Billy Silver, which is funny, I'm naming these two books, and I look over and it says readers also enjoyed The Slob and Billy Silver. It's kind of funny, but yeah, if you like those two authors, Daniel J. Volpe and Aaron Beauregard, you're really going to like Rowland Bercy Jr. I highly recommend him. He's very disturbing, and the only criticism I've had in the last two books I've read by him, sorry, a little stutter there, the only two criticisms I have really is that it's too short, and I wish there was more character build up, if that makes sense. I wish I got to know characters a little bit more. We got to spend more time with the characters, before the things happen. But you know what? These are very short stories, and they're very effective short stories. This has to be a novelette or a novella. I'm not really sure what it is. To be honest, I listened to the audiobook, and the audiobook is the same length as my audiobooks, and my audiobooks are from novelettes. I also have one for Gray Matter, but that's different. But my novelettes are an hour long, and so was this audiobook. So I'm going to say it's a novelette, but it could be a novella. I don't really know. If this was a short story, then I would definitely recommend voting for this for the Splatterpunk Awards, because this story is very disturbing. Don't vote for The Woman Shrouded in Flies by me. Don't do it. Don't do it. It doesn't deserve the short story of the year or whatever. Definitely give it to Unbortion by Rowland Bercy Jr. Rowland Bercy Jr. has earned it, thoroughly earned it. I don't know why I said thoroughly, but he's earned it. Maybe I did mean to say it. I don't know. I would have to... Anyways, very disturbing read. It's a very creative imagination, too. It's very imaginative. It's really awesome how disturbing these scenes are. I hear my dog barking, so I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to get my dog. I ran up the stairs, so if I seem out of breath, it's because I'm fat. But anyways, I don't know what else to say about this book. That's Lulu, by the way. That's my dog. Rowland Bercy Jr. If you're watching this, that was my dog. I don't have a giant hairy beast in my room. Or do I? Where am I going with this? This book is awesome. 4 stars for sure. It's really a great read. I want to read more by him. I have Payback as a Witch. Or a Bitch. I'm not really sure what the title is. I think it's Payback as a Witch. It's gonna be a fun read. I already know it. I've read PTSD or Pre-Thanksgiving Day Dinner or Murder or PTSD, Post-Traumatic Thanksgiving Disorder. So I don't remember what it's called, but it's really good. It's about Thanksgiving and turkeys and stuff, and it's a really good book. This one was a pretty good book as well. And I highly recommend, if this is a novelette, vote it for the short story award. I don't know if novelettes count for short stories, but there is no award for a novelette, so there I be. Please vote for this story for short stories. It's very disturbing. I know it's a novelette. It doesn't really count for a short story, but again, there's no award for a novelette, and it's in between a short story and novella. So what do we do? We should have an award for novelettes, but I guess that they're not really a thing. But anyways, if they aren't a thing, they should be a thing, because I've released a bunch of novelettes. The Thing in the Ward, The Woman Shrouded in Flies, I know I'm missing a big one, Field of Fiends, and then I'm going to be re-releasing the Chilean Centipede. That one's going to rock your world, guys. I've worked so hard on that story, it's crazy. But anyways, enough about me. I've written 4 novelettes, and I really enjoy writing. Woman Shrouded in Flies was my first attempt, not taste, why do I keep saying taste? First attempt at a extreme horror story. That's where I learned maybe extreme horror isn't for me. Maybe it's just something I like to read and not something that I like to write. Because I immediately got judged for being perverted for writing that. So I already am regretting writing that story. But where am I going with this? I hope Rowland Bercy Jr. doesn't regret writing this, because this book is awesome. This story is awesome, you know? So I highly recommend it. It's a really quick read, especially the audiobook is like an hour long. So I highly recommend reading or listening to this book. And I think this is the end of the video. So I'm going to have news soon about giveaways and such. But I don't want to say it in this review, because, like, this is Rowland Bercy Jr.'s time. It's not y'all's time. So yeah, but I will have news about that soon, and news about my writing. So without further ado, I'm going to say peace out. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace up. A-Town.